Hello, everybody. Welcome back to BrokeN Boys. It's episode 268. I'm Mike.
And I'm Colin.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about some things. I don't think there's anything super in particular to bring up at the start of this episode.
I don't think so.
Don't think so. Apparently, we are both EP boys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no stranger to being an EP boy on the BrokeN Boys podcast. Usually, I get into my rhythm and mojo in circa 15 minutes or so. But until then, how was your week, Colin?
Oh, my week was all right.
That's good.
I much like most weeks, I can't really remember last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I
Get too
think
fucked
work
up.
was kind of yeah. I think work was kind of busy. I was drunk the whole time though, so I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think it was busy for the most part. Might have. I don't even fucking. I can't even try to remember or pretend to remember. But that's a good thing, I guess. Nothing to remember about work is a good thing.
Yeah.
I do remember though. I finished The Shining.
Nice.
Which is sick. I took my sweet ass time with that one as compared to the last five books I've read this year, and I ordered myself the next Red Rising book, Iron Gold, which came in on Monday, and I started reading that as well, and that is very good so far. I'm about 100-ish pages in to that, so I'm taking my time a little bit with that one as well, which is a good thing. But it's good. It is a little different from the last few Red Rising books, as this one has like at least 3 different narrators compared to just the one in the last trilogy, which is a little getting used to that. But it's good so far. I'm liking it. It gives it a little a new flair, if you will.
Yeah.
So that's good. I got back into my Pokemon ZA after I stopped playing that for Resident Evil, and then I finished Resident Evil and started playing Pokopia. So I finally got back into ZA, and I finished the story for that, and that was good. I didn't listen to anything, but I watched my shows. 2 of them ended this week. Scrubs and The Pit ended yesterday. The Pit ended very, very well. A certain character got a couple talkings to that were much needed. Tough love, and also just caring, supporting thing, which made me tear up a little bit. That the writing on that show is fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah. Well, from you mostly,
it's
but I've seen it in other places too that people really like The Pit.
Yeah, it's a great fucking show. I like it a lot. I've never been one for medical dramas, but this one, just I don't know, the character writing is just so damn good. The first revival season of Scrubs ended, as I also said, and that was good too. I don't think it's as funny as the original series, but I don't think that's very easy to do if you're coming back after fucking 20 years or something. Not 20 years, but like 15 or so. Long enough to where it's like you gotta kind of find your niche again, I guess.
Yeah, especially with how, like, I don't know, just how subtly comedy and stuff has changed.
Yeah, for sure. And it's still good. I like the characters a lot, and all the actors from the original show are still really good at their characters. The new characters are good too. There's a couple really real standout characters. There's one that's like the HR director, and she was on SNL for a while,
Mm.
um, and she's very funny. And the charge nurses, there's one very gay black man and
Yeah.
one sassy black woman, and they do a great job.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a good show, and I'm excited to see if it gets more. I'm sure it will, but it was good. Smiling Friends ended this week. I haven't watched those yet
Mm.
because I fear that if I watch those, I mean, if I don't watch them, it never ended. So,
Exactly. Becomes too
uh,
real.
exactly. Um, uh, I did. We did an early morning. Another early morning Pokemon drop. This time it was at Sam's Club, and it was also not as early.
Mhm.
So I didn't have to wake up before 5 or before 6 for that one. And we went there and got some. There it was a set of Pokemon called Black Bolt and White Flare, which was just like reprinting and new cards for the Black and White era
Mhm.
of Pokemon. One was a poster collection. Well, you get two. You get it was a 2 pack. It comes with a poster collection and a binder collection. So
Mm.
um, you get one of those. It was like $40, and it was like 9 packs in total, I think. So not bad price wise, and it was 2 per membership. So the scalpers didn't get to buy a whole lot of it.
Fuck 'em.
But yes, but there was one uh, one of the usual suspects
Oh my
that
god,
we saw
again?
last week. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
But we got a couple hits that I can send in here.
Oh.
Um, I got this Pit of and the Sandile.
Hell yeah.
Very cute cards. The
Yeah.
Pit of is worth like $20, and the Sandile is worth like 9. So
I like the art on the
um,
sand dial.
yeah, me too. Um, so that was fun, and then I also got to play test my decks that I was making,
Mhm.
uh, and learned that they were pretty ass. So I refined those after that, because Ricky, I was playing with Ricky. He had one deck, and I had like 4.
Yeah.
So I let him play with mine, and he's like, "Bro, what the fuck are you doing?" And I said, "I don't know, man. I've never done this." Um, but it was still fun. Had a good time. Um, and then the reason I'm sleep deprived today is that we did another Meyer Pokemon run this morn
Mm.
at
What when was your other run? Sorry, I thought that was for
it was
today.
on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. Gotcha.
Yes. So today I got Max to go with this time.
Ooh.
So it was me, Ricky, Max, and Garrison, and we went to Meyer. Whereas last week there were only like 3 people, and they were all scalpers in front of us. This time there was a big old line. So word spread, I guess. But
Yeah. The
we
podcast popularized it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But but we all managed to get some. Max didn't buy anything for herself. She bought it for me for my upcoming birthday.
Mm.
Um,
That's true.
so yeah. So I got some packs of Journey Together, which came out last year at some point, and also some a 30th anniversary. I got one for myself, and Max got me a 30th anniversary bundle thing, and then I got myself a tin. Um, they also had ETBs of a set called Prismatic Evolution.
Mhm.
That is all like EV cards that Ash really likes. So Ricky bought one and had Max buy one to pay her back, so he
Mm.
could give her 2 for her birthday or whatever coming up as well. So yeah, we were able to get a good amount. The scalpers were there as well, the ones that we saw last week and
Yeah.
on Tuesday. They were there, but they were kind of enforcing the 5 of one unique item, so
Mhm.
they couldn't really scalp too much,
Yeah.
which was nice to see. But that was fun, and then that one was early. We got there at 6 this time, so we woke up at like 5:30 ish.
Damn.
So that's why I'm a little eepy man.
Yeah.
But it was worth it. I love Pokemon. I got some hits from that one. I didn't take any pictures though. So I'll just I'll show them next week or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, but that was fun. And then we got some McDick's breakfast
Yum
afterwards
yum.
because we just spent some money and it was good to use a discount after that.
Mm.
Um, so did that. And then Ricky came over and we played some more Pokemon till just before this, and that was fun. I stepped through a table this week on accident.
Oh, at McDonald's?
I, no, in the apartment.
Oh.
There's this little table that came with the that was next to the bed for a long time until I got a new table over there.
Uh-huh.
And I was standing on the bed like just like messing around, and I was stepping off of the bed, and my foot went through the table, which is a table I've stepped on a
Yeah.
good amount of times prior to this. Um, and I took a nasty tumble.
I was gonna say that sounds like a recipe for pain as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
It luckily it didn't hurt too bad. Like it was mostly the leg that went through the table that hurt, but
Yeah.
I could have really fucking hurt myself because I fell towards my desk.
Oh.
And my head could have hit the corner of the desk,
Yeah.
but my hand glanced off of the PC tower, off of the plastic thing that's the door, fell like diagonally from where I stepped into the table.
Yeah.
So it could have been really bad. But all I was really left with was this nasty bruise on
Yeah.
my leg here that I can send.
Oh.
Ignore the feet. Um,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, it was a good bruise. But it didn't really hurt otherwise. Luckily, Max was very worried about me, but I fell, and after the initial shock, I kind of laughed at myself.
Yeah.
Um, and then I duct taped the shit out of that table.
I was gonna say, how's the
Um,
table?
yeah, the table is busted, but I duct
Yeah.
taped it with Gorilla Tape, and it'll come out of my security deposit, which is fine.
Duct tape table was really funny to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I can send a picture of the bottom of that
Let's
too.
go.
I documented
Oh man.
the process. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's split. You can see like that horizontal line of tape compared to the two vertical ones and the crisscross ones.
Yeah.
That's where the actual crack is.
Yeah.
And I just support with the other lines of tape.
I see.
Um, but that was fun. Um, and then another not so fun part of the week, we found out that the lease for this apartment, when it has always and forever in the 3 years prior to this one that I've lived here,
Hmm.
leases end on the 1st of June. So the last rent is due May 1st.
Yeah.
The lease lasts until July 31st.
Oh my
So
god.
that's we still have to pay June and July rent,
Ugh.
and that's fucking scummy as shit.
Yeah.
And yes, I should have read the lease, but I assumed that I was safe to just sign it because it's been the exact same for every fucking year I've lived here.
That's how they get you.
Um, that's how they get you.
Kind of. I mean, usually 3 years is a lot for a college student to
Yeah,
be in an apartment like that, but
sure is.
yeah.
But that's awesome. So two more months of rent to pay, and
Yeah, that sucks.
up until today, we had heard nothing about our lease for the new place. So I was getting a little anxious about it. Ash was getting anxious about it, but Ricky and Max were like, "Just chill. It's gonna be cool."
Hmm.
Um, and I was like, "Whatever." But we heard about it today, so today we'll be going in to sign our lease for the new place, which is
Hell yeah.
cool and exciting. But that also means we're paying rent for the apartment and
Yeah.
the house for 2 months.
Yeah.
So that is
And a down
awesome.
deposit, I'm guessing too.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Luckily, um, like I mentioned when I talked about the house initially, um, there's a discount So the down deposit, the security deposit or the down
Or
payment
yeah, yeah. I combined
is
those two terms together.
it is it's like $600 less than it was initially or something.
Okay.
So Max, who's been saving for both of us while I saved for the car, is only paying 600, whereas she would have paid 800 before,
Okay.
um, which is very nice.
Yeah.
As well as the pet deposit for Ricky and Ash's animals
Mm,
is cut in half as well, so that's less for them
nice.
too. It's a nice deal that they had, but I was getting worried about the about the lease
Right.
because we hadn't heard anything since last Friday. Um, but she texted Max and was like, "Hey, so we were having problems with the system, so we went the old-fashioned way, and it's all on paper. Um, so we do need to go to the office instead of doing it online, which
Mm.
is annoying, but it's fine as long as we have the lease still."
Out of
Mm.
curiosity, what are the pets that are coming with Ricky and Ashley?
Um, legally,
Oh,
too.
okay. All right. And what kind of pets are
um,
the legal ones?
one dog and one cat.
All right.
Uh, um, shh.
Okay. I heard nothing else, and nothing else
um,
exists outside of my frame of reference. So,
yes.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's Ash's husky and Ricky's black cat, his son Dewey, very
Son
cute
Dewey.
guy.
Yeah.
um, but that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Not too hyped about paying two rents at once,
Yeah.
but they are
As
going to be taking care of the utilities while we're not there,
I
which is
can't, I can't think of very many people who would be hyped to pay two rents at once. So,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's not fun, but otherwise still exciting that we're moving. And now that we're signing a lease, I feel good about really packing and everything.
Yeah.
Though now we have a lot more time to move stuff over. So,
True. True.
uh,
Yeah.
and since I don't want to add to we neither of us want to add to our stress of the 2 months extra. So we're just probably going to keep our McDonald's jobs for longer than we wanted to
Yeah.
and stay here most of the time so we can just walk over to work. Um,
Yeah.
which it sucks, but we'll get through it. It'll be fine. We'll be all right. Um, um, I don't know if there's anything else for my week. I did forget to mention at the Sam's Club there was this very nice lady who was talking to us in line behind us, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm here for my daughter." I was like, "Oh, that's sweet. She at school or something?" She's like, "No, she's 33 and uh, she works, so she can't come to these things."
Uh-huh.
I was like, "Oh, I mean that's worse, but it's still very nice of you."
Yes.
um, she's like, "I don't get it, but she loves it, and
Aw.
I love her." So
There you go.
I was like, very sweet. And
Good parenting.
there were also some territorial geese in the
Oh,
parking lot for us to watch. They were
Cameron
going
Winter.
ban out, ban out,
Yeah.
ban out. um, but yeah, they were just like yelling at each other, and then I think one won, and then was starting to like get freaky and
Oh.
look for a mate or something because they
Hmm.
were like it was doing like a weird thing with its neck. Um, but it was a bearable wait in the line for Sam's Club.
That's good.
But otherwise, that's basically my week. I think that's been 15 minutes. How was your week, Mike?
18 actually.
All right.
And just enough time for me to be awake enough to say I didn't do jack shit this week. Surprise, surprise. Um, yeah, I mean, same old stories, music, applications, and wasting my time away. Slight depression on
Woo!
top as well. Healthy dose. Um, yeah, no, it was a fine week. I know I was kind of joking a little bit there, but I was kind of feeling some depression over the weekend a bit.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure why, other than just circumstances, and I was also alone with the house for the weekend. My parents were
Mm.
in San Diego from a work conference for my mom. Um,
Oh,
so, but I don't know, for some reason, my mental and body just decided to shut down quite a bit over the weekend, which was fun. So awesome. Love that for me. But
sorry.
that's okay. But I did watch a few movies during that time. I was looking on Netflix. I saw that they had, and I'm kind of mad that I saw it so late. But they had literally all of the James Bond movies on there, which like
Oh,
movies that like I want to see at some point. I wouldn't say I'm like this huge James Bond fanboy, but it is like kind of a like at least the Daniel Craig movies are kind of a part of my childhood. So I've always kind of like been interested in watching other ones. Um, and yeah, they're all on there, but they're getting removed in like 3 days or something. And I started doing the math. I was like, okay, wait, how many movies a day would I have to watch in order to like finish this? Like an actual binge, and it would have been like 3 movies and some change a day, and I'm like,
Jesus.
no. But I did watch the first James Bond movie, Doctor No, um,
Oh,
which Sean Connery is in that one. He's in the first few of them, and it was all right. It's like from the early 60s. So like that might be one of the oldest movies I've seen. I don't know. I don't remember when 12 Angry Men came out. But
mhm.
yeah, it was a older movie. It was a lot more, I guess, detective than action movie, which is fine. But it kind of it was a little slow and boring, to be honest, at points. But Sean Connery did great. He had a lot of charisma as his character. um
Mhm.
his character wasn't as like sexist and whatever as I know James Bond can get in other
Right.
installments. He was fairly, I mean, for the time it was fine. And yeah, some light racism in there as well, of course, because it's the 60s. The whole
Of
thing, the whole
course.
movie takes place in Jamaica. And yeah, the black characters that they have are very expendable. We'll put it that way. And the main villain, Doctor No, is supposed to be a Chinese man. And when I was looking at him, I was like, that doesn't seem like a Chinese actor. And
Uh-oh.
looked into it more specifically. Yep, that was a white dude. Um, so, uh,
Oh.
but yeah, you gotta expect those things somewhat from 60s movies, though, in some degree. Um, but, ignoring those things for different cultural times, which are not great, to be completely fair,
Yeah.
um, it was okay. It wasn't anything to write home about. But I also watched something else that was on Netflix was a Nobody 2, the Bob Odenkirk
Oh, yeah.
movie. John Wick movie. Um, and that was kind of disappointingly like mid as hell, kind of.
Yeah.
Which like I don't remember. Have you seen that?
The first one, yeah, I liked it
I
a
saw the
lot.
first one too.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, the second one I did start a few nights ago, but
Oh, okay.
there was a at some point I just got too tired and I was like, I'll finish another time.
Yeah.
But it wasn't hitting the same either way.
That's the best way to put it. It doesn't hit the same. I wouldn't. It's not like a terrible, awful movie with no merit or anything like that. Like the action scenes are
Yeah.
very fun. It's just a lot more like turn your brain off type fun. When like the
Hmm.
first movie felt like it had some substance to it. This one's kind of
Yeah.
like how do we get to the next set piece? In the quickest way possible, basically. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little more shallow, but it was still a fun movie. I think it's
Mhm.
worth finishing just for the action stuff because the action stuff is very fun. Um, but yeah, I was a little disappointed by that one, just because the first one
Yeah.
was pretty fun. Um,
Well, like
but
this one, like even from the first like 20 minutes or so that I
uh
watched, just like that first beginning portion, the whole last movie was like, oh, their marriage is falling apart, and then the beginning of this one is like, oh, their marriage is falling apart.
yeah,
I was like, didn't we already do this? Like, wasn't
yeah,
this a
that's a
whole thing?
not to get into any big spoilers, but the structure is pretty much identical to the first movie.
Awesome.
Yeah, um, but uh, it's all good. Um, and then later in the week, when I was feeling a little less depressed, I decided to test myself with the depression and watched Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, good.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Well, I saw that was on Netflix also, and I've heard like a lot of great
Yeah.
things about that. Well, a lot of sad things about it, but great things. And I was like, you know what? Let's watch it. That was my first Ghibli movie. And it was very good, obviously very sad, but I think because I was mentally prepared going into it knowing it was going to be sad, it didn't like hit me super super hard. I mean, it was, don't get me wrong, it was very fucking sad.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't enough to like have me bawling or something like that, which I was
Okay.
prepared myself for, I guess, in some regard. But it was a very good movie though. Very well animated, of course. The animation was beautiful. And characters were very, you know, very relatable, I suppose, and very you know, love to watch them and how they deal with their situation and everything. Um,
Mhm,
yeah, I mean, it's kind of a hard one to talk about without getting into spoiler territory, I guess.
mhm.
But it was very good. I did enjoy that quite a bit. But yes, also very depressing. Um, but yes. And yeah, I didn't listen to anything this week. I guess one thing
Yeah.
to mention, there was a series that Mr. Ludwig from YouTube, Ludwig from video games, and
Mhm.
Michael Reeves, they did a little series over the last like, I don't know, few weeks of them going. It's I think an annual tradition now of them going tip to tip,
Yeah.
from one end of a country to another. Of course, that's what tip 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 means. And um, last year they did Japan, which was entertaining to watch, and then this year they did China. They went from the southern end of China to the northern end to the Mongolian border.
Oh,
And that was also very entertaining. I mean, I watched all of those as they came out, and now they're doing a lot of like retrospective stuff, like them watching the footage to see what the fuck they were actually saying in Chinese and all that kind of stuff. Um, there's a lot of that was a very good series. I think I liked it even more than the Japan one. Um,
oh, wow.
but yeah, I guess for those who don't know, they go from south to north, but they do it on motorcycles, and they can't use their phones at all for like navigation or anything. And they don't take the highways, for the most part. They don't take the highways either. Um, they're going through like these rural roads in these really rural areas. And yeah, and their Mandarin is horrible. It's
I
very
heard
bad.
about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in Japan, maybe it's because they both watched some anime or something. I think they both been to Japan before, so like they were a lot more like competent and could like they could have like conversations and stuff. Their Mandarin was so fucking bad, and I think Mandarin's just like a really hard language to speak in general. Um, just because like I don't know, like the word that they were trying to say for hotel got translated into like literally like 10 different words.
Jesus.
Which is hard when you're trying to go from these places. But it was very entertaining, and very cool people that they met along the way and stuff. But yeah, I've been watching that though as well. It's been fun.
Mhm.
Playing a little Minecraft, uh, just because I have the craving, and none of my friends want to actually pull the trigger and start up the world, so I did one my goddamn self. And yeah, that's whatever. Uh, yeah, I think that's about it for me. I don't, not really too much going on here. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but and some music. There's some music news stuff that happened.
Mhm.
Um, I guess first thing to I'll talk about is Miss Leve had a big week somewhat.
Yeah.
Earlier in the week, she released a music video for Mad Woman, the track I was talking about last week. And the music video, this is someone else's quote. It assembles the Wasian Avengers. A lot of that's not my quote, to be very clear. But
What does that mean? What Asian people are in that fucking
Alyssa
video?
Liu is one of the people in the
Oh,
music video.
based.
Yes, very, very based. And then I think there's like three other people who are very significant that I don't know. I don't know who they are, but like they're significant people. Um, it was kind of a fun music video though, and cool getting to see Alyssa Liu and something like that. Because she skated to Leve and everything.
Yeah.
So that's pretty neat. And then also Leve is now the Fortnite headliner, which
Woo!
we didn't know last week, but we do know now because she's there, and
Hell yeah.
I have her skin, not in a weird way.
I skinned Leve.
I skinned Leve. um, but yeah, she got added. I think 4 of her songs are in there now. I think it's From the Start, Tough Luck, and Love a Girl,
Yeah.
which you know does make sense for songs. Um,
Yep.
and yeah, that's pretty cool. Her skin looks fine.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I
I
feel
think her shop skin is a
yeah,
little better than her past skin, but
I agree. I will
yeah.
get her shop skin once my Fortnite allowance comes through next month, and in like 15 days. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sucks
Um,
that that was announced after my membership ended, but
yeah.
I had the V-Bucks from my allowance saved up, so
Mm.
excuse me, Jesus, I did pay. I did buy the festival pass at least, so
That's good.
I have that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying as well that I was really thinking about ending my subscription. I was gonna see what this artist was, and then if it was like another Lisa situation, I'd be like, yeah, I'm good for a few months. Um,
Yeah,
but then of course it's an artist that I love. But yeah,
of course. Yeah.
um, yeah.
Mhm.
It's, I know we're in music news, but I just got reminded of I did see a post on Reddit of someone talking about Leve and the Fortnite the Fortnite Festival subreddit, and they were obviously like a really big fan of her, and
Yeah.
they were saying something like Levy's gonna be our first jazz artist in festival, and like they put in parentheses not pop. So like she is not pop.
Not pop.
And
Not pop.
I just found that so funny because Leve is very pop with hints of jazz
Yeah.
rather than the other way around. Um, and I was thinking of it when playing the song "Tough Luck" as well. I was like, I love this jazz song, "Tough Luck."
Mm.
Um, anyways,
Mm,
um,
beautiful.
what other music news you got? I have some, but alternate.
Um, the Jesse Ware's album came out.
It did. I haven't listened.
Me either. I remember you talking about it. Super Bloom by Jesse Ware
Hmm.
came out, which is something that I mean to listen to at some point, but I
Yes.
have not. Which is very cool. Really liked that her last album. So
Hmm. And you still have to listen to the one before that as well.
yes, I do.
That's on your
But
homework.
she's on the wheel, I believe. So at some point,
Oh, yeah.
I will listen to Jesse Ware's entire discography.
Hell yeah.
Let me see, is she on there yet?
She should
Yes,
be.
she is.
Okay.
That's cool though.
Hmm.
Congrats. I don't know if you saw this, but Somber's going on tour.
Okay.
And the openers for his tour are kind of fucking crazy.
I saw some stuff
Um,
about some crazy collabs. I forgot what they were though.
yeah. So the big main one is a little band called Interpol,
Hmm. That's yeah.
uh,
That's a choice.
which is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
They should not be opening for Somber.
Yeah.
Um, the Last Dinner Party.
Oh.
Uh,
UK based.
King Princess, which is a band I've heard of but never heard anything by.
Okay.
Uh, Dove Cameron, who
Oh,
is a former Disney Channel
yeah.
actress. Balu Brigada,
Okay.
so that's cool. Tom Odell, who I've heard
Tom
of as
McDonald.
well.
Yeah, sorry.
Tom Odell. They said Charlie Kirk was in
Yeah.
the Help, which or the Hello. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
okay.
And then Hannah Jadagu,
Okay.
Jadagu. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But he's got a lot of openers. Some of which, or well, two of which I think should not be openers for Somber.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, kind of insane the amount of people that are opening for that guy. Not every day, mind you, not every
Yeah.
tour date. But like Interpol, what?
That is pretty
Uh,
crazy.
yeah.
I mean, he was
Um,
huge last year for whatever
sure, yeah.
reason. But
TikTok.
yeah,
But yeah,
TikTok and attractive young man, I suppose. But
if you could say that.
if
Long
that's what
neck
I've
on that
heard.
kid.
That's what I've heard. I don't know, man.
Uh, and then the Strokes announced their tour for their new album.
Mm.
And the pre-sale went up. And the tickets are a little ridiculous,
Oh
I will
man.
say.
Common theme.
Yeah. Nosebleeds for the Strokes are like
Oh
$95
my
or
god.
something. And they're a band that's been around for a long time. I
Yeah.
understand that. But $95 for a nosebleed ticket?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, this says 70 now, but I think after tax,
Oh well, yeah. If you're talking about tax, it's
95.
probably going to be like 120. But yeah.
Yeah, but I swear to God, yeah. But the pit or something. These are, let's see, $420.
Oh my god.
Um, that's not even the pit actually. That's like the sections behind the pit. The pit's sold out, but yeah, those tickets are a little crazy.
They are.
I would I would love. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, no. You can tell. You can too.
I was just gonna say I would love to see the Strokes. I love them a lot.
Yeah.
Um, but the show's in June, so I can't
Mm.
afford to do that now at all.
Yeah.
But some point I would love to see them, just not for that much.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say, and maybe I'm getting my bands mixed up here, but I think I've also
okay.
heard that like sometimes Julian is like a hit or miss performer.
Oh,
um,
yeah,
I might be wrong about that, but I think I've read about stories of him, just some nights he's really in it, some nights he's really not.
yeah.
So
I can definitely see that with Julian Casablancas.
yeah. So I
Um,
mean that just makes those $400 pit tickets a bit of a gamble. I feel
yeah,
like.
yeah. um, and the last thing I have written down for music pertaining to Ticketmaster
Mm,
is
fucking.
that Live Nation and Ticketmaster have been found guilty of monopolizing
Oh,
the ticket industry,
holy shit!
uh,
I'm
which is
surprised I
very
didn't hear
cool.
about that.
Yeah, a jury found them guilty of such. So I don't know what'll come out of that, but I did see that, and that's really cool to see.
I hope
So,
we can get class action lawsuits for all those tickets that we
God,
have been charged $30 extra on, probably.
yeah. If we, if you or anyone you know has been has bought a ticket off of Ticketmaster, they may be subject to financial compensation.
I'm really surprised I didn't hear
And
about that. That's huge.
yeah, that is huge, and exciting. So
Yeah,
hopefully something comes out of that.
I fucking hope
That
so.
was very cool to see.
Yeah.
Uh, what other music stuff you got?
I got a couple more. Last weekend was Coachella, one of the Coachella weekends. I think there's
Yeah.
another this weekend. And the only thing I really care to talk about is Geese were there and they're playing pretty cool.
Mhm.
They're doing good. Sabrina Carpenter was watching their set, which is fucking awesome.
Based
Bass
based queen.
Sabrina, Bass Queen. We need the collab. Yeah, I mean, they also did like a cover of Justin Bieber's "Baby" there, which they've had a
No.
studio version for a while, but I think that was their first time doing it live. Um, which was fucking awesome. Love Geese, love those guys. And then also, I'll talk about it just because it's such big news. Anyways, when I first sent this to Colin, like I don't know, like a few, like probably less than 30 minutes after the story had broke. I believe. Um, but Mr. Cameron Winter was seen going out to dinner with Olivia Rodrigo, and
Yeah.
that's a power couple right there, potentially.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's kind of wild. But congrats. I don't know what to say. Um, but uh, yeah, I hate that paparazzi stuff like that is public knowledge, but it is public knowledge at this point that something
Yeah.
happened. So why not spread the rumors further? Um, and, uh, and then speaking of Olivia, she had her single come out last night called "Drop
Yep.
Dead." Did you listen to it?
I did right before this.
What'd you think of it?
And I think I liked it. I need to listen to it again for sure.
Yeah.
But and honestly, I can't even remember what it sounded like. But I do
Mm,
remember enjoying it while it was going on. So
yeah.
I don't know
That's
what you think.
that's kind of my thoughts as well. Like it is a good song. I listened to it like a couple times. Once I think only one of them was like a dedicated listen, the other was in the background. Um it was a good song. I did enjoy it. It was kind of like a synth pop cut.
Mhm.
It just even though it's a good song, it felt a little weak as a start of a whole new era and like a whole new image for her and stuff. It was just kind of like, yeah, cool, more Olivia.
Yeah.
Um, had a nice bridge to it. I remember liking the chorus. I remember liking the synths on it as well, especially in the beginning. The synths sound very nice. But yeah, it's a little standard. Kind of, I've said before, and I still do think this, that Olivia is one of, if not the most like promising artists that's
Yeah.
out right now. I I was gonna say as one of the younger artists, but honestly, the older she gets, the further away she gets away from that. But
Yeah.
her and Billy, I think have like a whole bunch of potential to them. And so I always want to see them, you know, make some shit that one day is gonna knock my socks off. And
Yeah.
you know, this lead single was not that, but that's okay. It was good. It was fine. Hoping
Yeah.
to like other stuff
Uh,
more.
Me too. Me too, for sure.
Yeah.
I will say that I've listened to that Strokes song a couple of the Going Shopping
Yes.
a few more times since it came out, and that's been growing on me quite a bit
Has it?
actually. Um, so I'm excited. I'm excited for that one. Um, Next week, the Freako and Noah Khan
Mm-hmm.
album come out. I'm
Yeah.
very excited for both of those. I think Noah Khan's album might be my most anticipated album as of
Yeah.
now, especially with that first single.
I did like that first single a lot.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. He's been talking about, he's been just rapid posting on Twitter for the last few weeks just about the album coming out, and he's like, you guys are gonna cry, and I don't care about summer music coming out in the summer. You guys are going to be depressed and sad. So-
POV, my last two releases. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But I'm very excited for Freako as well as the concert next week. So that's gonna be very
Mm-hmm.
cool, very exciting. Um, Another thing about Coachella is that you have people like Sabrina Carpenter who put on a huge performance.
Yeah.
Had Will Ferrell come out at one
Oh,
point,
what
had
the
a big
fuck?
stage presence. Yeah,
I missed
like
the Will Ferrell part.
uh, Samuel L. Jackson had a bit
Oh
in
my
there.
god.
His like voice, like he said "motherfucker" at some point. And, um, but uh, and then Justin Bieber, who is the he's like he's paid the most of any Coachella
Yeah.
artist I think ever or something, came out and just sat at a table with an iMac and was like barely singing into a microphone
Yeah.
while like his music videos played behind him that
That
he
he
was
was cert.
playing off of,
Yeah.
yeah, the laptop.
Yeah. Off of
um
YouTube, off the laptop. Yeah.
yes, off of YouTube, off the laptop.
Yeah.
And the crowd was eating it up. They were singing along, but like his dude, like
Yeah.
he's had a hard life. I get it. But try a little harder, man. I don't know. He also, I do not know if it's real. I do not know if it's real or if it was AI generated or if it was edited.
Mhm.
I think it was real because I saw many videos and every time like he perfectly synced up to it. But it's a video of him and the camera pointing up at him, and the screen behind him, and it's just the D's nuts video,
Oh, yeah.
and
I
he's
think that is
talking
real.
along with it. Yeah, he's talking along with it and saying the words to it and
Yeah.
laughing as it goes on, and that is hilarious
Yeah.
to do at Coachella. But otherwise, I thought that was pretty ass. Um,
Yeah. I mean, I haven't looked into it too much. I did see the clips of him doing that, and I think,
yeah,
that's fucking kind of bullshit. I mean, I know people were saying, like, "Oh, it's an homage to him growing up on YouTube and all that kind of stuff." It's like, well, I don't know. I feel like that's still kind of a lazy thing to do. I think I have heard that he did like have actual parts of his performance as well. That was just like a
mhm,
segment of the performance, which makes it a little better in my eyes if that's true. Like I would say, if
okay,
that's true, as if that's not easy as hell to look up, but I just haven't. But
yeah,
uh, yeah. Even so, I have seen some discourse, and I do agree with this as well. That like normally I don't like when people do this, but like I think it makes sense that like people were saying like if a woman did this, if like someone with like the same amount of popularity and longevity as him, like a Lady Gaga or something, went up there and did that, she would be crucified, like absolutely crucified,
yeah, no, for sure.
by pulling up YouTube videos and singing along to YouTube videos. That's something that you know I don't know. It feels like you said, he has had enough a rough upbringing and rough past few years and stuff like that. So like I don't know. It's kind of it's a weird subject with Justin Bieber sometimes. But I don't know. It definitely rubs me a little bit the wrong way how he approached that part of the set. But
Yeah, no, I literally all I've seen from this set is just him sitting in a
me too.
chair in
Yeah.
front of a laptop. So I took that to be his whole performance. But
Yeah.
either way, still like you're getting paid the most anybody who's ever
Yeah.
performed at Coachella is being paid, and you're sitting at a laptop,
Yeah.
brother. I don't know. And he released a shit album last year and got nominated for a billion Grammys, but whatever.
Did release two shit
Um,
albums last year, or was Swag one 2 years ago?
I,
Because wasn't there
did he
Swag One
release
and
two
Swag Two?
swags?
I think so.
What am I going insane? I don't remember that at
Yeah, yeah.
all.
Swag One came out in July of 2025, and Swag Two came out in September of 2025.
Oh my
So
god. Yeah, no, he released 2 shitty albums last year then.
two swags. Yeah.
2 swags, and there's no swag in those at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, other than that, I think I think, America and Iran has come to a ceasefire that lasts, like, 10 days or something,
Mm-hmm.
to talk over their thing, which is, that's cool. That's good. Bring the gas prices down, please.
Yeah.
And stop killing people that unnecessarily. Uh, on top of that, Pete Hegseth, the director of the military, I think, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
the former Fox News host who's now in a major
Oh, that's
position
right.
in the government.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking to an audience at a podium, and I guess he thought he was saying real Bible verses, but he was actually just quoting Jules from Pulp Fiction.
Oh my god. No,
Yeah,
and
he was.
those were the quotes he was
Mhm.
pulling. I already know which ones.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, he was just saying Bible verses that Jules was quoting, or quote unquote quoting in
Yeah.
in Pulp Fiction, which are not real.
Mm-hmm.
um, and Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah. SNL, their job is so easy. Their job is so.
Yeah.
Um, and the boys just can. Also, there was a crazy coincidence this
Yes,
week.
yes.
um, Trump posted an AI image of him as Jesus earlier
Mhm.
on in the week.
No, he was a doctor.
Um, no, he was a doctor. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, he was a doctor in robes that are associated with Jesus.
Doctors heal through their
But
hands.
so true, so true.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, he posted that AI image, and then slight spoilers for the boys. Homelander is one becomes one with God this
Mhm.
episode,
Yeah.
um, and sees a prior character in a angelic form, uh, and it just a fucking crazy. Like the boys is very satirical and very into and takes stuff from current day American politics,
Yeah.
and uses uh and satirizes it for into the show, and it was just a crazy fucking coincidence, but I guess they just called that shit. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah,
but
because I think that was like it. Because I'd seen a lot of people talk about like how like the Boys was written like I think before a lot
a
of like
year
the
and a half
big
ago or something.
yeah before a lot of the big political things that happened last year like Kirk and those types of stuff.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so pretty wild timing on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But good episode too. It was a really
Yeah,
good
it was
episode
good.
of The Boys, as well as Invincible. That was a
Oh
good
yeah,
episode too.
Invincible was fantastic. I
Um,
love that episode.
yeah, I wasn't like sold on Thrag when he first arrived and like the voice acting
Yeah,
because I've seen comic panels of him and I wasn't like super digging the voice for him, but this episode he really fucking improved.
yeah.
He's down for that shit. I also love that Thetis,
Mm.
who's a character in that show. He's voiced by the guy who voiced Optimus Prime in
Oh really?
a lot of old Transformers cartoons and stuff, and his voice is fucking insane. He has such a cool voice.
Yeah.
And then there was a character, Emperor Argall, who is an old Viltrumite emperor, who had the voice actor of Megatron in those same cartoons.
Oh
So they brought back that kind of rivalry thing, which was cool.
yeah.
But that was a very good episode. I loved that one.
Yes.
Sad that next week is the last episode of the season already, but
Yeah.
it's been very good.
Yeah.
Still excited. There was one moment in this episode. I don't know if you saw it online or anything, but it's a big fight in space. This whole episode is just a big fight in
Mm.
space between Viltrumites and the hero team. And at one point, a Viltrumite gets hit throughout space, and he's just floating away. But at some point, the PNG just disappears instead of
Mm.
being a continued animation.
Yeah.
He just like blinks out of existence.
You know what?
Uh,
I think I actually saw that when watching the episode. I haven't
uh-huh.
seen. I haven't. I mean, I tried to stay out of the online discourse of Invincible just because people are very prone to spoiling it.
Yeah.
So I didn't see that part, but I think I actually did clock that when watching the episode. I was like, did that just disappear? I don't know. I'm too lazy to go
Yeah.
back and check. Uh,
Yeah.
that's
I saw it
crazy.
online beforehand, but seeing it like just watching it in person and
Yeah.
seeing that happen made me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
And I had Max was like, kind of semi watching, playing Stardew Valley, and I was like, and I was laughing. She's like, "What?" And I go back. I'm like, "Check this shit out." And she's like, "What the fuck?" Because she's already kind of like, the animation's kind of
Yeah.
uh, and I can't disagree
Mm.
because the animation is kind of could be better. It's not bad though.
Yeah.
Because and who am I to judge? I don't know how to animate.
Right.
Um, but she is willing to watch it from the beginning with me. So
Ooh.
we may watch that together.
Hell yeah.
Um, which is exciting because JJK ended last week, so we don't have much
Oh
else to
yeah.
watch other than Euphoria season 3, which started last week.
Mm-hmm.
Which 4 years after the last season, after a couple actors left, a couple actors died,
Yeah.
and I the first episode was okay. Um, Jacob Elordi, who played Nate in the show, he played Elvis in the movie about Priscilla
Right.
by A24. And in this season, like he's never sounded the way he sounds in this season beforehand, and I'm like, dude, is there something about the Elvis voice that just
Yeah.
sticks around with all the actors that play him?
I was about to say,
Uh,
did the same shit happen to
yeah, because he's like, baby, like he's talking like Elvis,
baby? Yeah.
yeah, still, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's contagious, man. The
It's
the Elvis
it's
the
a
Elvis
cursed
voice,
role.
yeah, it sticks with them for some
That's
reason.
why there's so many Elvis
Um,
impersonators. They did it once and they couldn't stop.
but the sexualization of people continues, of course.
Hmm.
With namely Sydney Sweeney, of course.
Yeah.
We don't like Sydney Sweeney though. Boo,
Mm.
Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Um, uh, but yeah, she's very sexualized still. So Gooners have their material still, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's kind of what
And
she's got, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's about all the talent
Yeah.
she has, if you can call it that. But Zendaya is still very good.
Hmm.
Uh, of course. Um, and we'll see how the rest of that goes. I don't think it'll be going on much longer than this season. So,
Yeah.
um,
Is this
so that's
supposed to be a
that.
last season, or are you just saying that because it feels like it's
Probably.
going to be?
It feels like it's going to be just because,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what they do. Um, though Angus Cloud, who was the first actor to die off of that show, he played Fezco.
Hmm.
He looked like a lot like Mac Miller, and
Oh,
he died very young to a drug overdose as well.
damn.
Um, yeah, he at the end of last season, he was arrested, and instead of like killing his character off or something, they're like, yeah, we'll probably just never see him again. And he's in jail for 30 years or something. And I'm like, oh, that's a interesting way to write off that
Yeah.
character. Um, yeah, but I don't know. We'll see how the rest of the season goes. It was okay to start off with. But this week was also CinemaCon, which is like big movie news and stuff.
Okay.
Um, Beyond the Spider Verse, the next Spider Verse
Hmm.
movie got its first like it was shown off to the audience there, like the first minute or so of the movie. Picks off right after the last one. We got a
I
couple
would hope so.
images.
Yeah.
Yeah. um it really exists, even though it was originally supposed to be like, oh, we're getting the next movie the year after,
Yeah.
and that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
um
I remember that felt insane at the time as well. I was like, "There's
yeah,
no way," and turns out
yeah, there was no way.
there was no way. No way,
Um,
home. Yeah.
yeah, ha, and that doesn't come out until next year. So,
Wow.
so, yeah, 4 years after. Um, but take their time and
Yeah.
keep that animation looking
Exactly.
crispy nice.
I was gonna talk about
Uh,
with Invincible that I don't really notice animation stuff that much, and it doesn't
mhm,
really bother me. However,
mhm.
when there is good animation, something like a Spider Verse,
Oh yeah.
I notice when it's good. Shit looks good. Yeah.
Yes. There were a couple other things announced. I think there was a new look at Doomsday as well. And people who were there and saw what they showed off seemed to be more excited about it, which is cool. I
Hmm.
really hope they don't fumble that bag.
Yeah,
Um,
we've talked about it before, but I am a little concerned.
yes, I am excited for Spider-Man.
Hmm.
Um, I forgot to mention, but Daredevil this week was also just as good as last week.
Cool.
So Marvel is still they're doing good, though they did just fire a lot of their VFX team, I think,
Oh,
and are doing it like I think they said they're doing it like movie by movie. They're gonna hire a new team or something for each movie and just like contract them for that
interesting.
film, which is interesting. It's still shitty that they just fired those people out
Yeah,
of the
I
blue.
that usually
I,
that doesn't entail firing people. That means adding more people on, I feel like, but I
yeah,
what do I know?
I'm not a CEO. I don't fucking
Yeah.
um but another thing that was announced is Jacksepticeye is producing a animated Bloodborne movie.
Oh, it's animated.
Um,
I didn't know that.
yes, it's Bloodborne, which is a Soulsborne game that came out on the PS4 and has not been remastered. It hasn't been touched since it came out, really,
Mhm.
and I guess the DLC came out. People love the shit out of that game, but especially Jacksepticeye, who plays it like 3 or 4 times every year, and
Wow.
just it's his favorite game of all time. But the fact that he gets to produce it and make sure that it is everything it should be, um, is very cool, and I'm very happy for him
Mhm.
because that's a huge thing. Um, Gaming YouTubers are just moving on to being the creator or in the creation process of video game movies now,
Yeah.
which who better, I guess, than people who actually care about the things.
I can't wait
Um,
for uh the PewDiePie Happy Wheels movie.
can't can't wait for the Sky Does Minecraft movie.
The Tobuscus Minecraft movie.
The musical,
Yeah.
still starring Jack Black.
Yeah. Duets
Uh,
duets with Jack Black and 2027 Toby Turner.
intro of darkness and redness and whiteness.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's very cool. I thought that was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that was cool.
Um, but yeah, I didn't see a whole lot else from CinemaCon. I think the Jackass, the next Jackass movie, which is gonna be the last Jackass movie,
Yeah.
was also shown. I guess part of it. I think Steve-O stuck a Lego figure up his butt or something.
Sounds about right.
I don't know. Uh, but that's cool. I
Mhm.
like movies. I'm excited for new movies.
I
Billie
did.
Eilish's
Oh,
concert film comes out
sorry.
soon too, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. I was just gonna say I did watch the first episode of that Malcolm in the Middle revival.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, I mean the whole series released, and I only watched the one episode because it was kind of okay. It was whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what I've heard about it,
yeah,
unfortunately.
not because it's woke or anything like that, like I've heard other people say. But like it wasn't like super engaging to me. There was one joke at like the very end of the episode that actually got me that I thought was really funny.
Oh.
But other than that, like it was just it didn't really latch me. So I'm like, I don't know, I don't
Yeah.
care.
I like I watched the first like 15 minutes of it or so, and
Yeah.
then I got bored and I was like, okay. I'll return to it at some point, but like, I love them all. Trust
Mm.
me. I love Malcolm Middle. I love Frankie Muniz. I love Bryan Cranston, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And the actress who plays the mom that I'm completely blanking on the name
Uh,
of, but
Lois is the character
um,
name. I don't know that.
Lois is the character
I
name.
don't know
Yes.
her name. Yeah.
And from what I saw, they all fall back into their characters very well.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was just like it doesn't have the same kind of charm, at least from the first 15 minutes,
It
which
it's very
uh,
nostalgia bait too. I mean, I'm not sure if you saw. I mean, you probably did if you watched the first 15 minutes. Like when they first
mm.
go into the house or whatever, it's like doing flashback shots of like the first time they
Oh
entered the
yeah,
house
yeah.
in like the first episode. And it's like,
Mm.
do we need that? Do we need that inside the show itself?
Yeah,
It felt like it was something
no.
from like a BTS of like making the set. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but it's I think it's just like in the meta now to do like revivals and
Oh,
stuff like
yeah.
that for old shows, which it can definitely be hit or miss. But
Yeah.
um, unfortunately, the Malcolm one seems to be kind of a meh from a lot of people. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's all I have written down here.
That's all I've
Um,
got as well. So,
yeah,
okay.
all right.
Well, I guess we can get into song of the week here. And you are up first this week.
That's rough. I don't have I don't really have anything locked and loaded.
Mm.
Um, but if you could uh
Stall for time.
stall.
Uh,
Um,
oh man, that's putting me on the spot now. You're put on the spot for the song going, and I'm stalling for time going,
uh, um, let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I'm excited about the Strokes, and I don't want to do going shopping because I'm hoping that there's something else off of the new album that really pops out, so I can do that when it comes out in
Uh,
June. And we only have like 4 songs, and they're pretty stuck to one album. And there's a classic that I really like by them that I haven't chosen yet. So I'm gonna go with Reptilia by the Strokes.
okay.
All right, that was Reptilia by the Strokes. What'd you think, Mike?
That was a pretty good song. I'll be honest. I mean, I've said this before. That like Room on Fire is one of those artist analysis albums that I really need to revisit, just because I remember
Mhm.
being feeling kind of meh on it. And I think it maybe, I don't know. There's so many people who love that album, and it might need a
Yeah.
revisit for me. But I haven't really heard that song since we did that. I don't think. And
Mm.
that was a pretty good song. I really like the chorus to it. I like Julian's energy on that one. I think he had, the screamy megaphone vocals work pretty well on there.
Mhm.
Um, and I like the guitar lines a lot too, especially when it kind of like breaks down a little bit. Um, it's
Yeah.
uh, it's nice. It's a nice track. I like it.
Yeah, that's one that's been iconic for me for a while because I think it was on Guitar Hero 3 or something
Ah,
back in the day. And that's a very iconic guitar line for me. I love that. The
yeah.
that whole thing is just I love it. It's one of my favorite instrumentals from them, I think. But it's just an iconic track, and that the Room on Fire had no it didn't have any songs on it on the playlist. So I was like, why
Hmm.
not? Why not? I'm excited for that album.
Yeah.
But yeah. But
Hell
what do
yeah.
you got?
Before we get into that, I just want to send this while I'm thinking about it. I saw this while I was listening to the song. I was looking on album of the year. Apparently, Zayn, formerly of One Direction, has
Mhm.
apparently released an album. Um,
Oh.
and I thought this cover art needed to be shared.
Oh, wow. Okay, Animorphs. Jesus Christ. That's
Yeah.
something.
That yeah, that was.
Ew, dude. The way the mouth morphs into the tiger mouth.
I
Yeah.
know. It gave,
The eyes are so far apart.
yeah, and the nose is completely the lion.
Oh
Um,
god.
yeah, that gave me a little bit of a giggle when I saw that. I was like, no
Yeah,
fucking
that's
way.
that's rough, dude. Oh my god. Oof.
Anyways, like I said, I didn't listen to anything this week either. I've just kind of been listening to the my new band Believe a lot,
Mhm.
which I have enjoyed. I've come to enjoy quite a bit. However, I did highlight a song last week, and one of the things I wanted to choose last week though, just because it's I don't know, it's pretty fun, and I feel like doing that is that Angine de Poitrine band that I kind of talked about a bit. I sent a picture of them.
Mm.
They got like the polka dot outfits and stuff.
Huh.
And so yeah, I'm going to choose one from their little album that came out, and I'm going to go with Fabienk by Angine de Poitrine. Okay, that was Fabienk by Angine de Poitrine. What'd you think of that, Colin?
I thought that was quite entertaining and fun, as you
Hell yeah.
said. That was straight instrumental, but I really liked. Yeah, I just really liked how it all came together. That it was very funky and groovy.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's a little hard to talk about something that's pretty instrumental for the most part, except for the weird vocals or whatever that they have in there. Um, yeah, no, they're the type of band that like I'm glad you enjoyed it in the audio version because as I was listening to, it, I was like the visual component is also very important for them a bit because it's only
Mhm.
two people and they perform it exactly how you hear it live with like loop pedals and stuff.
Mhm.
If you kind of look at their cover art or like the picture I sent before or whatever, like the person playing
Yeah, yeah.
guitar, um, like it's a guitar mixed with a bass, like they're literally fused together,
Oh,
and both of them are microtonal, so like playing notes between the notes and stuff like that. and loop pedals on the bottom that he's doing with his feet and everything. So like it's really impressive stuff to like watch visually as well. But like just
Yeah.
that song in general is just such a banger to me. It's so groovy. The rhythm that they get into is just pretty wild, especially to do with like loop pedals and stuff. I really love the drums
Mhm.
on this one too. And the little switch it does in the middle, like that riff is just super catchy. And Yeah, it's a great start to this record. And it's probably like I don't know. This one, there's a few moments throughout this album that remind me of like King Gizzard, like some of the sounds that like King Giz
Mhm.
pulls from, and I don't know. I just really dig that vibe, and it scratches some itches in my brain, and uh, maybe now you can see why I called it Yoinky Sploinky music the other day.
I do see it. I
Yes,
like it a lot.
Yoinky Sploinky. But hell yeah, yeah, I think they're pretty cool. Yeah, that's about it
Sick.
from me, though. Do you have anything else to add on here before we
Uh,
wrap?
what I forgot to mention when talking about Fortnite, they added the pro vocals, so
Yes.
it's like karaoke singing.
Mhm.
And I think the first song we both tried was "Overcompensate"
Yeah.
by 21 Pilots, and you mentioned it yesterday, but the beginning of the song is all in German, and neither of us
I
know
think it's
German.
like three languages, isn't it, at the very
Oh,
beginning?
is it?
I think
I don't
so.
but yeah, so and Mike mentioned the fact, and we both figured out that it's just if you mumble and just say a bunch of bullshit, that it works out
Yeah.
because they don't expect you to know it. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Um, but I had a lot of fun. I did like a few set lists worth of pro
Oh
vocals,
hell yeah.
and it was fun. I had a good time. I did a lot of like the Leve songs,
Mhm.
and those were fun to sing. The hardest one I tried to do was "Good Luck, Babe"
Mhm.
by Chapel Roan,
Oh yeah.
and it really wants you to get up there with her, and I'm like, girl, I can't do
Yeah.
that. But that's fun. I really like that.
Yeah, yeah, it's a fun thing. I know they've it's a fun thing. I know they've been working on that for a while now and implementing that.
Mhm.
And they also added pro drums as well, which is pretty
Yeah,
cool if you have the setup for it, which I don't. But Yeah, yeah, no, it's pretty sick. I thought Overcompensate was rated a little low for the difficulty
yeah,
potentially, just because like I mean I've sung that song just like by myself with like the piano and stuff before. That you can get out of breath so easily when singing that
oh
track.
yeah.
It's low key very difficult. Um, but Yeah, despite the German and whatever the hell else is at the beginning of that song. But
Yeah,
yes, yes, pretty cool.
pretty
Um,
neat.
Pretty neato. All right. Well, if you're listening to us on streaming services, thank you very much. We love you. We appreciate you. And we do both of those things to death. And you should give us the highest rating you possibly can on that streaming service because we would appreciate it very much. And if you're listening this far, I mean, obviously enjoyed it to some degree, hopefully.
Hope
Yeah.
so.
Hope you aren't listening to this at gunpoint. But you can come on over to YouTube where we are under the same name, Broken Boys, capital N Bois, and you can see our beautiful pictures. We still got Cassian Andor and Matt Murdock smiling up storms over here.
Oh yeah.
They look so happy, and you should come see their uh, dirty ass olive green, brown, and uh,
Nice
maroon.
dark maroon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a I feel like it's like a light maroon. I don't know. It's an interesting shade of maroon. And you should
Yeah.
come see it for yourself on the Broken Boys YouTube channel. But we have a
You let
whole
us know what it looks like to you.
exactly leave our color palette in the comments below. Um, and Yeah, but you can more importantly on the YouTube page. There's links to a whole bunch of stuff in the description. In the description, we have the Song of the Week playlists. You can go check out those from that little segment we just did, where you can find
Mhm.
Fabiank by Angine de Poitrine. If you're having trouble spelling it, it's in that playlist. And Reptilia by The Strokes is also in there.
Hell
And
yeah.
a whole bunch of other stuff. We got one playlist down there for my picks. We have one for Colin's picks, and we have one for both of our picks combined. And you can get a whole bunch of plethora of content in there. So you should go do that. Um, We also have some personal stuff linked down there for me. I'd mentioned it briefly, but I am making music under the name of Plaintive, hoping to get some
Ooh.
releases and stuff. I'm excited about the stuff that I'm working on. I think I have some locked in stuff that I'm really looking forward to uh actually locking in. But if you know, you know. Yes, but anyways, I have stuff that's already out with my EP Cyclicism and my album Coping Mechanism. You can check out both of those. I think I have Spotify and Apple Music linked down there, but you can find it anywhere under the name of Plaintive. So go do that, please. I suppose. Thank you. And I also have my album of the year page down there where I rate and review music. I have my YouTube page and my Instagram page and my TikTok page. And oh oh man, what happened this week to be topically relevant for this segment of me being near you, dear viewer, because I am near you, in proximity to you. I am behind you. And um oh man. Shit. Okay, well, we're playing Minecraft, I suppose. That's what I did this
All
week,
right,
so you know what?
cool.
I'm like, oh god, how do I describe where I am to Minecraft is so random. You know what? We're
You
both
really fucked yourself.
I did. We're both in an underground mine shaft in Minecraft. And we're both lost. We're looking around. We don't remember how we got in here, where we came from. There's poisonous spiders everywhere. Um,
Mhm.
and I'm behind you, dear viewer. I'm letting you lead the way, trying to find the way out, but we're just going in circles, and I'm backseat driving the whole time. Um, telling you where to go, and you're I'm wrong every time, but then I blame it on you because you're the one leading. So uh, that's what I got this week. That's what we are doing.
Beautiful.
Minecraft. And Colin over here, he runs our socials. He runs our Twitter page where he updates when videos are posted, as well as updates anything else that needs to be updated. He also runs our Instagram page and our TikTok page where he posts funny clips of us saying silly things and having a good time. And you can also have a good time by checking out all three of those things. Down linked down below, but he also has some personal stuff there as well to check out. He has his album of the year page where he rates and reviews music, and he also has a letterbox where he rates and reviews movies. And Colin, what is your relation to our dear viewer?
Well, I am Steve. Uh, and I think you guys are just going willy nilly throughout this mine shaft as I'm, as I'm, because you're looking for me.
Mm,
You're looking for me because I'm also lost in a crazy way. Because I was
mm,
like, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm looking for diamonds. Because I want to, to get a diamond sword that you cannot afford for.
mm.
And I'm running out of nuggets and biscuits. So,
Got to call
so
up Tobuscus.
yeah. And I'm seeing a lot of darkness, redness, and whiteness because I'm seeing I'm seeing coal, I'm seeing redstone, and I'm seeing um
Lapis.
it's not white.
Oh,
What's
white. Iron.
yeah 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 I'll say iron.
Okay.
Seeing a lot. Seeing a lot of redstone, I'm seeing a lot of coal, I'm seeing a lot of iron, but I'm not seeing any diamonds. But I'm on the right level, and
Mm,
I'm getting pissed off. So you guys are looking for me, and I'm having a rough go of it. But
yeah.
I'm in front of the viewer, and as you guys turn a corner randomly, because for some reason we have our name tags off,
Mm,
so we can't see each other. We can't see where we are, uh, just through walls and everything. But you guys are gonna turn a corner, see me, and get a little spooked because you think it's maybe a zombie or a the skeleton man
mm.
just waiting to shoot you. But it's me. I'm Steve because I'm wearing the Jack Black Steve skin
uh,
from the skin decks that I looked up.
I don't think
And
I've seen that. That sounds awesome.
I haven't either, but I just made it up. And I I'm and you guys have found me. And I'm very relieved. But if you guys are all decked out in diamond and I'm in fucking copper armor, and I'm like, what
Mhm.
the fuck? What the fuck? You guys didn't save any for me. But little did I know, our dear viewer who's very pissed off at Mike going for all the backseat gaming,
Yeah.
uh, but still has appreciation for me and finding me, pulls out a stack of diamonds and throws it at me. And I, without even hesitating, after I pick up that whole stack, I jump in to create this embrace with me in front, Mike in behind, and our dear viewer in the middle, who has stated before this scenario that they love this embrace and they always will
Mhm.
consent to such.
Mhm.
Um,
As always.
we, as always, of course. Um, yeah, as I said, me in the front, dear viewer in the middle, Mike behind. Uh, our dear viewer was a little annoyed that they have to touch Mike because they're pissed.
Yeah.
But all of that will melt away as we embrace, and I look over over their shoulder with tears in my eyes. I kiss them on the cheek first, and then I kiss Mike right on the mouth,
Mhm.
because I'm happy to see you both, but I'm so happy about those diamonds. So
Yes.
yeah, but this embrace is what we like to call the love cage. And if you would like your very own love cage, dear viewer, all you must do is drop your address in the comments below, and we will find you. You won't know when, you won't know where. We will find you and give you your very own love cage. So drop that addy.
Damn straight. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Woo.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
thanks for listening this far, dear viewer.
yeah. Thank you. Come
Uh
back.
come
Come
back
back
next
next week
week.
when we talk about Noah Khan. I'll probably talk about Noah Khan, but we'll talk
Mhm.
about Freako
Yes.
and spin a wheel.
We will spin a wheel. It will happen.
Hell yeah. You're
Okay.
forewarned.
You're warned of the wheel spinning. Okay. Bye bye. See you next week.
Bye.